Hi guys, good to have you all back. It is Monday, it's another month, it's June. What are we doing this month? We're gonna do Junky June. Yes, because look at all the junk that I have on my desk. Now, here's the plan. This month I want to reuse, repurpose, reinvent, recycle junk. And by junk I mean, for instance, junk mail envelopes. Yes, that you get in everything that comes through your mailbox physically. You can use. Yeah, so junk mail envelopes. I have some packaging material, some bigger boxes, but I'm gonna think about it. Brochures, magazines, newspapers. Then I have some packaging material, empty whatever boxes. This is cracker boxes or cereal or what have you. Be sure, lovies, if you're gonna do this, not to save boxes that are smelly, that are stained, that are just dirty. Throw those out because that's like a biohazard. Empty tissue boxes. I have some. This is Amazon wrapping paper. Normally it's like crumpled up in your box to prevent stuff from moving about. And I just ironed it. I know. Bags, shopping bags, these cardboard envelopes, these Amazon envelopes. I have some packaging of airmail paper or small price tags, bubble envelopes, older bubble envelopes, and the bigger envelopes. All sorts. I want to combine all the junk with more junk. Well, not really junk. I want to combine them with stuff that is a little bit unusual that you probably have lying around the house. Or, I am a thrifter and I find lots of stuff in thrift shops that I'm like, one day I'm going to do a project with this. Well, guess what? It is one day. It is now. So I'm going to do loads of experiments. It's going to be so much fun. But I think anyone can join in. So you are either a beginner, you don't have any more excuses. You need to start crafting. Get out your glue and your scissors. There's no more excuses because you have what I'm going to use. Or B, you are a true junk journaler. Well, you're going to be in your element because I'm going to use lots of junk. Or C, you are enjoying cheap/free paper crafting, which is basically everyone I know. So it's going to be lots and lots of fun. So the basis for all the projects are either going to be from junk or something that you have inside the home or easy access to and very cheap. Now, for decorating, I will include maybe some lovely new craft supplies. Probably will. Also, I am not excluding digitals because I am doing a couple of design team projects this month. So I'll also include some digitals. And digitals, in my opinion, is sort of cheap or free. Yes, most of the digital I use are not very expensive and you can reuse them and reuse them. And freebies are apparently free. Yeah? Okay, so let me show you the piece of junk that we're using today and tell you what we're making. So my choice of junk for today is this piece of packaging. This is actually how the ink for my printer comes in. I have an ink subscription from Epson and it comes in like this. You rip it open here. That's why it's damaged. We're going to fix it. And then my inks are tucked under here. Normally they're sort of glued down with lots of glue. This time they weren't, so I was happy. So I'm going to do something with this. What am I making? I am making a folio/journal cover from this. Yes, it's basically what you need, guys, is a piece of a box. Now you probably then will not have these flappies. Yes, you can attach flappies. Yeah, take out another piece of the cardboard. And then cut it, score it, and glue some stuff on. But lovies, you don't need it. This is actually going to be a pain in the you-know-what for this project. I am going to utilize this, but, it won't be easy. So make your life a little bit easier. Just take out a piece of cardboard from a box. Doesn't matter what size, lovies. Really doesn't matter. Okay, there's some other stuff that I want to sort of recycle. The cover is going to be a fabric cover. So I'm going to recycle some fabric. If you watch some of my vintage junk journal treasure hauls, you know that I have so much fabric. I need to start using it. So these were just scrap pieces that I find at thrift shops and such. And I thought she was lovely. So I'm going to make a fabric cover. Also I'm going to sort of recycle this came in Happy Mail 2 years ago even, from the lovely Laura, and it is trim. It's vintage trim, yeah, because I think, oh, that would look awesome. So I'm going to use some old trim. Also think I'm going to use some beads. Now these are sort of recycled old jewelry pieces that I also find in thrift shops, because I was thinking that these beads would look awesome on, I'm going to do something with a closure or a spine or something with them. Yes. So for my old stuff, oh, and old paper, you know, scraps and pages, because I'm going to make a signature in here using old stuff. Yeah. For my new stuff, I needed some heavy sort of scrapbook paper to accompany this, and I found this. Gorgeous, right? This is from Elizabeth Craft Designs. It is Grungy Wood from David. David designed this. It's a whole set, and I've used 1 or 2 pages, and it's just lovely. So look at the colors. It's just perfect. So I have 2 pieces of scrapbook paper out. Yes. Now, this is going to be a no-sew fabric cover, lovies. I'm going to do everything with glue and such, but this here, some parts are going to give me a little bit of a headache. So I need some assistance. I need some help. I have taken out fabric tape. I think fabric tape will help me a little bit. So I have 2 out. I have from 49 Market this one. Does it say repositional fabric tape? Does it not say from which one this was? Oh, Crafty Garden. Why does it not say on the top? Oh, it does. Crafty Garden. Oh my gosh. And this is Wherever. I think I want to use this one, because I think that'll look good. Or I also have this big one. Well, either or, one of those, or both. You never know. Yeah, so that's it for my new stuff. And then the tools, well, the usual suspect: ruler, knife, scissors. For glue, because I'm gluing fabric, I'm going to use art glitter glue. I'm probably going to use an eyelet. So my crocodile inking. I'm going to do inking. I don't know, guys. Again, I have an idea, but not a real plan. Yes, is that it? That is it. Take out a piece of cardboard. Yes. And a piece of fabric. If you don't have fabric, lovies, you can do all of this with just paper. Okay, let's get started. Let's see if we can fix this piece. Now, there's a strip here. Then these have sort of rounded corners. I'm going to cut these straight. I'm just going to cut it straight so that it has a straight edge, because fabric and rounded corners gluing, no. And I want to sort of peel this off. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit damaged underneath. This is with heavy sort of well, probably with hot glue. Oh, it's so sticky, guys. It's so sticky. But I know it comes off because I have used some of these before. See, it does come off. It will leave your oh my gosh, it's so sticky, this damage, but that's quite alright. We're gonna cover it up anyway. So taking this off. Well, also gonna take the last piece off. I need to sort of unglue my fingers. So sticky. And I'm going to make this straight. Let's see. I'm just gonna line these 2 up. Taking my ruler and a knife. Did it work? Yes. Okay. This is going to be my flap. Now, you can also have it like so. Yes, then you have your flappies here. Do whatever. Now, I need to have it like so because of the pattern of my, what am I going to do? Fabric. The pattern of my fabric, because I found her and she's lovely. And I really want her to be on the front cover. So if I'm going to do this, then I need to start on the other side. And she isn't on the other side. So that's why I need to do this. So she's gonna go on here, like so. Isn't she pretty? Oh yeah, so pretty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm going to cut a piece out of this fabric. Yes. And I need to leave like at least an inch on all sides. So an inch on the side, the top and the bottom, and also on the other side. So I am going to trim my piece of fabric to size. Yeah? So I have my fabric and I have my piece of cardboard. Now I really want her to be on the flap that closes. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to put her on here, the flap. And if I fold it, I really don't want to cut off a piece of her head. So I need to move it the tiniest bit. Yes, do we still have room enough left on the end? We do, yeah. Now, what I didn't realize is this is a stretchy material, which makes life a little bit harder, So I'm gonna use a lot of glue, lots of glue. All over this. Now this is heavy material. I don't know what it's used for. It is stretchy, so not upholstery. It's sort of velvety, and oh, let's do the spine as well. But also like a corduroy, baby ripcord. I don't know. There we go. Gonna do this sort of in stages. Yes. Let's see. And glue here as well. You're making so much noise. I know. You're using so much glue. Yes, well, you need fabric glue for this, lovies. Glue stick really won't do. So, fabric glue. Yes. No wrinkles, please. Gonna do the last piece as well, so that everything is sort of covered. So it's all glued on now. Now this is going to give me a little bit of trouble. I'm going to be honest, I have no clue what I'm going to do here. This is going to be the easiest part. Now you've seen me the last couple of weeks use some fabrics to cover a piece of, cardboard, cardstock. And this is what I'm doing. And I'm just going to take out my fabric scissors. Yes. And I'm going to snip off a corner. Not like this. I'm going to go at an angle, not all the way to the point. I'm going to leave a little bit of room on this corner. Yes. Also doing the other side. So I'm taking out a bit. Yes. In order for us to fold it over like so. Fold it over like so, and then glue it down. So if you leave this, let me show you on the other side, you're going to do this and this. Yes, you have big bump here. We do not want the big bump. So I'm going to cut it here as well. Now, if I'm just going to glue this over, this is going to be a problem because I also want to do this. So here's what I'm doing. I'm just snipping it in. I'm making a snippy sort of here in the center. This will allow me to sort of do something here, but I do not know what yet. Same here. I want to fold this over, but then this is in the way. So I'm going to make a snippy on this line here. So, see, it's a good thing you don't have these flappies. They will not bring you joy. Snippy. Okay, because I'm thinking now you can fold this over. I'm gonna do the other side as well. See, this will fit. And then when we fold this over, we're left with this here on the corner. Let's just pretend that this is like this corner, right? Yeah. So we're just gonna cut at angles. Well, from this side then, love. Are we? I don't think so. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut here straight. Here's what I'm gonna do, lovies, in case you have this. I'm going to cut straight here. Yes, and are you cutting this off? Because I'm gonna cut this piece off. Well, a part of it. And then I'm gonna fold this over. Yeah, and I'm going to cut this off. So it will have a little bit of a flappy. I don't know what I'm doing, guys. I'm gonna fold this over, yes, and then I'm gonna fold this over, or I'm gonna do this and this. Oh, that'll work. Yes, that will work. Perfect. Now, let me do the other side as well. Everything is cut. I believe it will work. I'm going to start with the short flap on this side. I'm just going to add glue. Also over here. There we go. Now this is stretchy material, so I cannot pull very hard. I didn't know it was stretchy when I picked it out. Took me an hour. Yes! Because I have a gazillion pieces of fabric. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look. Oh! She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. Now, this is a very easy flap to glue down. Well, that's what you say. I think it's a very easy flap. I might need to snip some corners. I don't think so. Let's see. Yes, I might need to snip some corners. This fits. Well, move it up a little bit then. It's stretchy, so should move. See, created a little bit of bulk. So that's better. Okay, those were the easy ones. Now we have this. I am going to use some fabric tape on the spines. This is going to be sort of a spine with a fold. This is going to be a spine with a fold, also to reinforce it. So I think, do we want to do that first? I might want to do this first. Have a little bit of a piece of tape here. Yes. I'm going to put some tape there. Ooh. Making it up as we go, loves. Do not take out your fabric scissors. No. Well, this one's easy. We'll trim it later. And this I'm going to go around the corner. So first I'm going to glue it here. Yes. And then I need to snip it there. Snip it. Can you snip it? That worked. Yes. Do the snippet trick here as well, love. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. It reinforces it a little bit because, you know, we're gonna bend it and such. Oh, yes. Burnish it down well. Okay, I'm gonna take off these ends. Let's see if this can be glued down. I hope so. I really hope so. Okay. Good. Put glue on both sides, on both ends here, and then also here. Okay. Let's see. This worked. Yes, that worked as well. So I'm thinking the top will also work. Now, this is going to be tricky. Are we going to have this over it? Yes, but this is a little bit too long. See, I am going to do something here. Hopefully this is not ruining the whole integrity of the... No, I think it'll work. It'll work. Okay. This was going to go under, right? Yes. I'm going to tuck this one under so that we have a nice smooth edge here, like so. Yes. Now it will need extra glue because it needs to hold this. Let's see if this wants to work. I will probably add tape here as well. I'm going to put beautiful paper on here and then tape on here as well. Yes. Does it? Well, this bends. Does this bend? This bends. This bends. Whew. Well, I might adjust this a little bit here. This needs a little bit of adjusting. So I'm going to cut this a little bit more straight. So the fabric is on. Is it perfect? No. Is it cool? Yeah. I really like it. Yes. So it's all, you know, on here. But now we're left with this. That's why I'm going to take out my scrapbook paper. I'm going to make panels. I'm going to have a panel here. Leave a little bit of room on the outsides. Yes. Be sure to know where you're going to fold it. Now this actually has an extra crease. I'm going to ignore this. This is the spine, not this is the spine. So it will be a little bit, you know, wobbly wonky. So I'm going to take this into consideration. I'm going to make a panel. Yes, that is the like 1/8 of an inch smaller than the actual piece. Same here, another panel here. Yes, again, 1/8 of an inch smaller or a 1/4 inch smaller, whatever you want, lovies. You can make it a little bit smaller if you want to show off. See a little more of the fabric. You could also do like a 1/4 inch. Pretty, right? Yes, going to be pretty. So I'm going to make a panel here, here, and here on the inside. But I'm thinking, do I need tape here first? Don't think so. No, I don't think so. Don't think so. So I'm going to make 1, 2, 3 panels with this paper. So I have my 3 panels. Yes, one fits in here, one here, and one here. I'm going to round them with the smallest setting of corners, just because I want to. Not necessary at all. Now, you cannot do this with normal copy paper, lovies, especially if you're using heavy material like this stretchy upholstery for some reason. And I'm going to ink all around it. I just want to sort of, you know, grunge it up. And I'm going to do it with all 3 of them. Just a little bit of inking. Okay. Yes. Now, before I glue this on, I'm going to think about a closure. What sort of a closure would I want? Something. Why am I thinking about it? Because, for instance, if I want to use something with brads, then I might want the brad legs to go underneath here. So I'm not gluing this on just yet. Yes, so I am not rounding the corners on this one because it fits perfectly in here. I am rounding corners here and inking it. And then I will start gluing these 2 down. This one, not yet. So here's my tip, lovies. If you're making a journal cover, think about a closure before you do all of this, because you might want to hide some of it. I've decided to go for a buckle closure. I have 2 out. I have this one. Yes, it's going to have a piece of a ribbon or lace or something. Or this one, also pretty, sort of mother of pearl. Is that pretty? Yeah. So also recycled. I find these in thrift shops and such. So old stuff. Now I basically want to glue this on. There we go. Lots of glue. Especially on the edges. Yes, I know, the back side of the paper, also lovely. But I have chosen the one with the numbers. Now, this will need a little bit of help because it is paper stuck to the fabric. It takes a little bit more time to dry. So I might take out a couple of these on the edges. I cannot put anything here, unfortunately. But this will help. There you go. Cannot do this trick here. So also going to glue this one on and then this one here in the center. They're on. Perfect? No. Cool? Yes, still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Now, I think these flappies are a little bit too long. I want to have a little bit of sort of space in between. And also they have sort of a slanted corner here. Do not want this. So what I'm basically going to do is cut a piece off of both of them. How much? Doesn't matter, lovies, how much. Just any sort of much you want. Now, if you don't have flappies, yes, see, this needs now tape. Or I need to cut it a little bit. If you don't have flappies, take out a piece of cardboard. Yes, it's way easier because you did all of this and a piece of cardboard. And you score it, cut it to size. And you're going to cover it with paper because we're going to cover it with paper. And then you glue it on. So way easier if you don't have these flappies already built in. So I'm going to cut this one to size as well. Now, I am not going to cover this all with fabric. That'll be a little bit much. Also not going to cover it with the scrapbook paper. Why? Because I also want to have nice edges. So I'm taking out beautiful paper. I'm thinking maybe music paper or something. I'm going to look for some book pages. Something old that we can fold all around. You can use any paper, lovies. Maybe coffee dyed paper or something. Or a digital. Something lovely, a digital. I have found this. This was actually a piece of wrapping around something that I ordered. It's a very old piece of a magazine. Like, almost 100 years old. So it's actually antique. I'm going to use it. I'm going to do this. It's damaged here. Do not care. Do not care. I'm going to embrace it because it has just the most wonderful pieces of advertisement on here. I'm going to cut it a little bit shorter. Yes. And it will have tape here, so it will cover a little bit of the advertisement piece, but that's quite all right. For this, you can basically use glue stick if you want to, because it's paper on paper. I'm just going to glue it on. Do not cut it to size, loves. No, we want it taller because I'm going to wrap it around. Because I don't like the look of the edge here. You might like this. I mean, it could be like nice, grungy and industrial, but it's not that type of a project. Yeah. Great. Let's see. This is a little bit dangerous with these scissors. Yes, you need to close them up every time you're not using them. Takes a little bit of getting used to, I guess. Okay, so we have a whole long piece here. I'm going to cut this off first. And then basically what I'm doing is I'm snipping the edges again. I'm going to do something here as well. Snipping edges like so that you can fold it over and fold it over. See, I am going to cover this up with something. I snipped it too far. Why? Well, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to just glue something underneath. Don't snip it too far. A little bit here and just tiny bit here. So when you fold it over, see, they meet up. I snipped it too far here, so boo-boo. Made a boo-boo. I'm going to fix the boo-boo. Just going to glue something on here. See? Fixed it. So, I'm going to glue this. Also glue the other piece on. Isn't that fantastic? Really like it. Now, these edges are rubbish. I know. So, I'm going to use the fabric tape for this. Do I have it out somewhere? Should have it somewhere. There it is. Now, this is way too wide. So, I'm going to take a strip off and then cut it in half. I'm guessing. Yes. How much do we want? Now, this is repositionable tape, which is a fantastic thing. So you can just glue it on your mat, cut it to size. Hoping I have the right size. I'm doing everything by eye. Way too long. I'm going to cut off here, piece here. Don't cut it too short, love. I'd rather have it a little bit too long than the tiniest bit too short. There we go. Yes. And I want half of it. You could also rip it if you want to. I'm not going to rip it. Was that half? Not really. But, you know, it'll do. It'll do. I am going to add glue because we stuck it on 2 or 3 times now already. And it is repositionable, so it needs a little bit of extra glue. So I'm just going to put some glue on to help it out. Try to have it sort of in the middle. And all the way to the edges. Yes, a little bit too long. That's okay. That's why they invented scissors. Oh, it's actually cute. Yes. And the other side as well. This piece is smaller. Well, that's quite all right. I don't need a big piece because I do not want to cover up the writing. There's lovely writing on here. There's an advertisement piece for, I don't know, let's have a look. Fotografische opname, like for photographs. The reproduction company, okay. From Zwolle. Is that upside down? Yeah, sort of upside down. Okay. Unfortunately, I am going to cover a piece up, but that's quite all right. Need to trim them. Also, do we want ink? I'm going to ink them as well. Yes. Now, before I cover this, I'm going to cover this with because I have scrapbook paper left. Do we want a closure on this? I'm saying yes. So I was thinking to make a policy closure with the circle and the string. Yes. So I have a scrappy. So I'm going to make some circles out of this with my circle punch, inking all around this. Now I've used am I going to use scorched timber here? Yeah, sure, why not? I punched out 4 circles from a piece of scrapbook paper that I had left. Guys, I'm going to I think I'm going to use almost all of it. I have some scrappies left. Now, I've decided this is because this won't open up all the way. It's going to be sort of a file folder, a 3-flap file folder. So I'm going to sort of store papers in here. Yes, but they will fall out, I'm guessing. So I want to make sort of a flap here. Well, not a flap, sort of a pocket thingy here, so that you can have them in here and then close up like so. Am I making any sense? Hoping so. So why 4 circles? Because I'm gonna put 2 together for the sturdiness. Why are you taking out your glue stick? No, because it felt left out today. So there you go, glue stick. You can play along. Why do I have 5 circles? Okay. I don't know. Did I really? Yes, 5. You never know when you might need a spare one. There we go. Now they're sort of nice and sturdy. I will ink all around them. Here's one. And the other one. I'm taking out hole reinforcers just to have them raised a little bit. That's what I usually do. Doesn't really matter which ones you do, lovies. Just taking out a few. Gluing them together. I need tweezers. So much fun doing a project that you actually have no clue what you're doing. I'm making it up as we go. Well, that brings me joy at least. It does. I'm gonna again glue 2 of them together. Yes, and then on the back of one of the hole reinforcers. In the center, that'll be lovely. And there you go. Yes, gonna do the same with the other one. I'm gonna find 2 lovely brads and then punch a hole through. That's why I did not cover this yet. I'm gonna take out another piece of, oh, look at that, scrapbook paper and then cover it up. So I have taken out 2 brads. Yeah, I want to have this over here. I'm going to poke a hole in the center. And there we go. Is that the center? Well, it is now. Through all the layers of cardboard, yeah. Hoping these will fit. These are very big brads. Well, they have big legs. Too much pie. That's where I get my big legs from. There we go. Actually, don't have big legs. No, I'm not saying I'm skinny, but I do have skinny legs. Skinny-ish legs. There we go. Well, line them up like so, like so. I've taken out 2 pieces of the scrapbook paper, of the scraps, and I made 2 panels, a little bit smaller than these. And I rounded corners just on one side, not on both of them, and inked all around them. Why? I want to have rounded corners on the top and not on the bottom, actually. Here's this one. Yes, so I'm going to glue this on. And this one on the other side. I'm We're gonna need a stringy thingy. Yeah? Later. Let's do this first. So I've taken a strip, I had a strip, and made it this size. Yes. On one edge I rounded corners and inked it. Now I'm not gonna just simply glue it on. I'm going to make sort of a gusset. So I'm sorry, lovies, I am taking out my scoreboard. Is this long enough? No, I even need my long one. You don't need your scoreboard, loves. You don't. You can just fold it in. I just want to do, I'm going to make it fancy. I'm going to make it fancy. Because if you have a file folder, then most of the times you have these sort of ridges in them so you can adjust them. Depending on how many papers you want to put in. So I'm going to make one score that's going to be folded over and glued to the surface, and then a couple of other ones just in case I want to have it bigger. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch. Preferably this would have been wider, but it isn't, so I'll have to make do. 1/2 inch. Now this is going to be folded over and glued down, and then I'm going to score at 1/4 inches. Just for the fun of it. Yes. So this is going to be folded over. Yeah. This is going to be glued down. And if I want to add a lot of paper, then I can fold on the scores to make more room. Does that make any sense? Yes. So this is going to be glued. Hopefully it still fits here. Yeah, perfectly. But I need some more inking then. So I'm basically making a file folder. Oops, there we go. Do we have room? Make room, make room. I need to put this in. There we go. See, now you can put your papers in. They won't fall out, and do a figure 8. Fantastic. I want to make a signature. I need to check how long this video is. I've been having so much fun, loves. I hope you're enjoying it. It's so cool. I also want to make a pocket here. I do have some of the scrapbook paper left. I want to make it pocket, but I want to cover it with some lovely paper. Yes, so I won't have like scrapbook paper on scrapbook paper on scrapbook paper. And also I want to use some of the trim. So let's make a quick pocket. I have this piece left. Yeah, I just need a sort of a base. I'm going to make it smaller than this panel. So I need to cut sort of over here. You don't need to cut here. No cutting. I'm not cutting. I'm making gussets. Fantastic. Good idea, love. Good idea, love. And then I am cutting it here. So I'm cutting off a little piece. First, I'm going to keep my scoreboard here because I'm going to use it. Where were you cutting? I don't even know anymore. Oh, here. I did mark it somewhere. Yes. So I'm doing this. Yes. What do we need to do? I want to make a gusset here, here, and here. So basically I'm now just, eyeballing it. 1/2 inch here. 1/2 inch here. 1/2 inch on the bottom. Yes. Fold this in. Fold this in. Fold this in. Yeah. I'm sorry. I know I'm going very quickly. But I want to finish it, loves. So I'm going to cut these. Take the corners out, lovies. You have a sort of a square piece here. Take these corners out. Take this thing off and this thing off. Yes, so if you fold it in now, I'm going to have a lovely pocket here. However, I do not want to use this paper, so I'm going to cover the front of it with this lovely paper over here. I'm also going to fold it over on the top. Yes, maybe I should have done this beforehand, but yeah. Cover it here and then here on the sides as well. So So I just covered it, and then again, just snip the corners. Yes, you can fold it over if you want to, but it's going to be glued down anyway. It's going to be glued on like so. Yeah. Okay. Before I do this, I'm going to ink all around it. I was trying to have it straight. That didn't happen. I think I want to add some trim on the top. Yeah, that'll be lovely. Yes, I'm going to add some trim, so you won't see that it's not straight there at all. Or some tape. I mean, this does need some decorating. Where is it? It is here. Yes. I will cut this off. I don't need this whole bit here. Nor here. Or here. Hello, motorcycle. Oh my gosh. Well, hope you're happy. Did you hear it? Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's lovely. It's just lovely. So I'm just going to glue it on like so. Glue. And some more glue. Some beautiful German Gothic font. Yes, we did not make a notchy. No, we're gonna put a piece of trim on it, or oh yeah, that'll be lovely. Maybe even a piece of the tape. Oh, I'm not in frame. There you go. Yes, so probably have some trim on the top. I have some of them that will look amazing, and maybe a strip of the tape. Just a little bit of decorating. I've taken this one because it looks really lovely with the tape. Yes, I just cut a piece off and I'm gonna glue it on. Could have also folded it over, but that would have created a lot of bulk. So I decided just to trim it to size. Hoping it will not fray a lot. But it does look amazing. Now, will this trim also work on the cover, the green one? Yes. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So I will also put trim here. Will you fold it over? No, I cannot fold it over. But I'm going to put a piece. Oh, doesn't that look like, you know, luxurious now? Yes. So I'm going to glue a piece of trim here on this edge. I think it looks amazing. I had a piece left and it was the exact size of the spine. So I just put it on the spine. I really like it. I am going to make a journal inside, love it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I want this to be an elastic binding. Yes, here's how this works. I'm going to put in 2 eyelets, one on the top and one on the bottom. Big ones. Then I'm going to put a piece of elastic through so that you can have your signature on there. So here's what I'm doing. And this is going to take a little bit of wiggling because this is very heavy now. It's trim, fabric, cardboard, fabric and fabric tape. But it'll work because I know my crocodile can do this. So I'm going to put in 2 eyelets, one almost all the way to the top and one almost all the way to the bottom. See? Worked. Yes. Put your crocodile to the test, lovies. It can handle a lot. Yes, I've tried it on all sorts and thus far it never let me down. So I'm taking out a piece of elastic. Yes. And it's going to be a little bit smaller than sort of two times the length, the height. There we go. Now, before I'm pulling it through, I am going to do a little bit of decorating on the spine with this. So basically, I'm going to show you guys. This is going to be pulled through on this side. And I'm going to tie a knot on this side. Yes, and this will hold the signature. So this is going to be on the outside of the spine. And I want the top to be sort of a sort of a dangle. So here's what I'm doing. I am putting on a charm. I have a key here. Sort of over here. Tying a knot so it won't move. Yes, so if we put this through here and put this other piece there, and you can move it about, yes. So on top of this, I want to have the beads. The beads. So I was thinking, I'm going to do something nice. A nice. This is elastic, so it should work. I don't think I will need my needle threader. I love my needle threader for this. So I have a couple of beads out. I'm gonna put this here. Then I have, let's do a gold one. A gold one. I have these caps. And then one of those, a big one. Another cap. Gold one. And I'm ending with one of those again. Openings are a little bit small. Do we have one with a better opening? Yes, there we go. Come out on the other side. There you go. There you go. Yes. Do we have enough room? Otherwise, I need to loosen this up. See, I'm gonna move it a little bit more towards over there. Yeah? Okay. Gonna put this through here. Going to put this through the bottom part. Have them meet up in the middle. Little bit of tension. Yes, double knot it. And Bob's your uncle. Now, honestly, loves, how cute is this? Just sort of a dangle on your spine. Going to move it up a little bit more towards the top. Yes, because we also need a closure. Now, for the closure, I am going to do this one. Yeah. And I have a piece of faux sari silk. Actually, lovies, this is lining material that I find very cheap at thrift stores. And then I just rip small strips of it. Yeah. And I fray them. Well, you can try stop fraying them. They fray a lot. And then I wet them, crumple them up, and leave them dry. And then they look like this. So faux sari silk, you're welcome. Let's make this closure. I'm doing a no-sew. No needles or thread are going to be involved in this operation. Here's what I'm doing. I have my tiny attacher. Yes, I'm gonna put this through over the middle. Then I'm gonna pull it back a little bit further, and I'm gonna put a staple in, and it will probably disappear. See, under this bit here. So I'm just gonna put a staple in. Maybe two, but I think one will do. See, now it holds. You're not even gonna see it. Then I'm going to wrap this around. Yes, long piece, probably need to trim it. And I'm going to wrap it around twice. So I'm gonna pull it through here. Yes. And then on the other side. This is flipped. There we go. Please turn. Please work with me, love. Yes, there we are. Yes, and then wrap it around one more time. It's going to have a double wrap. Yes, and then I'm going to put it through again. So 1 and 2. And I'm going to take the last piece off. No, not lovies. Keep a longer piece, because maybe you want to have this bulk up at some point. Fabric scissors, just a snippy there. Yeah. And do a little bit of this and do a little bit of this. Just, play around with it a little bit. so that it will look nice. Oh, and it looks fantastic. There you go. Isn't that cool? Absolutely lovely. Oh, it looks so luxurious. I could have done another one here. I might. I'm gonna do one here as well, lovelies. So I'm gonna untie it on the inside, and I'm gonna do another one here because I absolutely love this. It also needs to be here. So now I have two, and it's just awesome. I really like it, lovelies. Now I put in a signature, a very simple one, and I did a little bit of decorating, and I think that's going to be it for now. So this is the end. This is the end result. This is actually the end result. I really like it. Can you sort of remember it was a this? Because I have a couple of these. Yeah, it was a this. And now it's just gorgeous. Okay, so you open up. I have a small signature here. It's just larger pages folded in half, lovies. Yeah, some sort of interesting ones that I thought would go well. I'm recycling book pages. I am going to recycle, upcycle. See, and in the middle, just a gorgeous one. Yeah, and I just put it under the elastic. So the signature needs to be shorter than the pieces, the eyelets. Yes, because it needs to fit within the two eyelets. And I put a string around, just a normal string. And rub-ons. I used some rub-ons. I stacked some books and I put this, and why not? So not a lot of heavy decorating. It's just a base. Is it cute? I think it's fantastic. Is it perfect? No. Again, it's not perfect, but I actually really like it. Decorate some more. It could do like with another tall pocket here, or belly band, a side tuck, or just decorate for a little bit. Yes. Yeah. I love the spine part. Isn't that cool? I really like it. Guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Take out a piece of, a box. Yes, the flappies you can add later. You can add that later. And it's just really lovely. And hopefully you have some fabric. Now, if you don't have fabric, just use paper. Just use paper. And if you don't want to do it like this sort of luxurious grungy style, do it cutesy with pink and, something with duckies. Who knows? Guys, that's it for today. I'll be back again this Wednesday with another episode of Junky June. We're going to use something else that we otherwise would have thrown out. I want to recycle, upcycle, repurpose, do all sorts. Yeah? So I'm hoping to see you this Wednesday. Until then, bye guys.